Hello, hello, Jamaal Rashad coming to you today from Frederick, Maryland. Today I'm with Chaz Stitely. Say hello.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Chaz is the co-owner of Fred & Co., a clothing store right here in downtown Frederick. So, ValorLives interview series episode number 62. Why do I do what I do? Number one, because there's successful people who deserve to have their stories told. Number two, there's people who need to hear successful stories so they could be inspired. And number three, to let you know you can go out there with a camera phone and a selfie stick and impact your community. So just like always, no interviews over 10 minutes long, raw, uncut. And today I'm wearing some gear from Fred & Co. So Chaz, what am I wearing right now?
So right now you got actually two parts of our collection. The cap you're wearing right now, we actually did a collaboration with Flying Dog. We just released their All-American, their first All-American cut and sew collection. So that's a cap we did with Flying Dog right there. And you got part of our renewal collection on right here. So one of the big proponents that we have is fashion is the #2 polluter in the world, only second to oil. About 10% of the clothes that you donate to Goodwill actually go to Goodwill.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of them are donated in third world countries, basically killing their local markets, creating landfill problems, creating pollution. So us being able to renew all these deals here might be something beneficial and trying to kind of give back to the community there.
Okay.
Apologize for that.
That's all good. So it kind of sounds like why you do what you do, which is typically my first question, is because you wanted to have some cool clothes and you wanted to help the environment at the same time. Is that about right?
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like the streetwear industry, I've been following this industry for quite a long time. There's always been a certain quality lacking
Mm-hmm.
in the kind of the streetwear industry, and I'm trying to kind of bring that through.
Okay. So how long have you been in business?
Man, we've been online making hats and peddling hats for about 3 years now. We just recently opened up this brick and mortar. The brick and mortar's been open for about 2 months now, and we'll be here till about mid to late winter, and we'll be moving across the street right after that into our own space.
Okay. So what has been the proudest moment of your career? Because you've been, and that includes when you were selling clothes online. So that whole duration, what's been the proudest moment so far?
Man, honestly, I think it's just the connections that we make with different businesses around here. Being able to work with so many creative minds, being able to pick up different aspects of marketing that I never would have thought of. Good example of this is just the Flying Dog collaboration we just did. We worked with Ben, who's the CMO over there,
Mm-hmm.
as well as Megan, who's awesome. She's the merchandise manager, and really turned out, I think, something great.
Okay. What has been the lowest moment of your career thus far?
Man, the lowest moment is still currently going, actually. I can't do this full time.
Okay.
That's definitely my lowest moment.
All right.
Hopefully in the very near future I'll be able to dedicate 40 plus hours a week to our operation here.
Okay. So where do you see your business a year from now?
You know, my business a year from now, I
Mhm.
see us just continuing to make quality goods. I see us positively impacting Frederick as a community.
Okay.
And I kind of see us just kind of really representing Frederick in total.
All right. So do you have aspirations to open up more than one location or what?
I totally want to open up more than one location. That being said, I always want our trademark or our flagship location to be in Frederick. I was born and raised here. I've
Mhm.
never left Frederick. TJ
Okay.
graduate. I love this city. All of our clothes kind of have a local tie-in to them.
Mm-hmm.
We started with the F cap, standing for Frederick. I mean, the clothing line is Fred & Co. 1745, so I feel like it's only necessary to stay in Frederick.
What does 1745 mean?
1745 was the year that Frederick was established as a city.
Oh.
And it's also the rebellion year of Frederick, and I feel like this is kind of my and my partner AJ's rebellion on fashion, kind of making quality goods, buying less than what you would typically find, and not really following trends.
Okay, perfect. So, do you have a morning routine, something you do every morning to get your day started successfully?
Every single morning I run on the treadmill. That's hands down what wakes me up and gets me going. While I'm running on the treadmill, after that I do a little bit of reading and come to the shop and start doing
All right.
start doing what I need to do.
So, two questions. Number one, how long do you read for? I'm sorry. Well, yes, that too. And also, what book are you reading and how long do you run for?
All right, so I usually run for about 30 minutes a day. I try to do a little bit more than that when I can, but you know how it is.
Okay.
And I wish I could read more. Currently, I'm reading one of Hunter S. Thompson's books.
Okay.
He's one of my favorite authors. I just got finished a Christopher Hitchens excerpt
Okay.
recently.
So cool. So now what I want to know is who have been some of your mentors that have helped you out? Now, while you answer this question, I'm gonna grab some more hats. So I'll be right back, and you
Okay.
tell the camera who your mentors have been.
So my main mentor, this sounds a little bit corny or cliche, but my main mentor, hands down, is my partner in this, AJ. AJ used to be a buyer for social study, the now defunct social study downtown, and I basically loitered in his store all throughout high school, and our relationship grew on that, and we I started to follow streetwear a little bit more. And I mean, he's taught me so much about this industry. I definitely think he's hands down my mentor.
Okay, so you said streetwear. What the heck does that even mean? I've never heard that until right now.
So streetwear is kind of like a more rugged menswear kind of deal. So when you think streetwear, you think of more like graphic T-shirts, hoodies.
Okay.
You think of companies like Diamond Supply, like Staple, these style companies. They're all great. One of my biggest idols is Jeff Staple, who runs Staple. Yeah, I wanted to make it sound a little bit better, but he runs Staple.
Okay.
And it's one of those things where he's continuing to produce quality goods in that community that they built in New York with all these New York kids kind of putting in their money together, creating different brands through the same manufacturers. It's really cool, and it just really builds the community, and I want to kind of do that here.
Okay. Good. So do you have any daily habit that if you don't do it, your day doesn't feel complete? For some people, it's meditating or their smoothie or yoga or their vitamins.
I gotta listen to music
Okay.
every day. I'm a huge underground hip hop fan, so I'm really big on just kind of devoting 30 minutes to an hour to really kind of ingest lyrics and content, and be able to kind of think through that, try to think what the artist is thinking about. Just kind of keeps the wheels going.
All right. Who have you listened to today?
Today I actually been listening to J. Cole's new album, pretty much all day.
What album is that?
He just dropped a new one. I can't think of what it's called.
Oh, so it's not Hillside Drive or
No,
okay.
it just came out yesterday.
Shout out to J. Cole.
It's really good.
All
Really
right,
good.
cool. So what has been your most costly mistake?
Our most costly mistake? We've had a few different things with manufacturers. And that's hands down our most costly mistake, but it's one of those things where I always think of it, what's a risk, but an opportunity. So you got to keep taking them, and all it is just a learning curve.
Okay. So what are you thankful for?
Man, I'm thankful to be able to do something that I love almost every single day of my life. To wake up, I have a fiance who's absolutely amazing. I'm thankful for where I'm at today. I'm thankful for my partner AJ for kind of taking me in and letting me be kind of like his, I guess I consider him like my sensei. So
Nice. I like it. So how do you remain humble? Because you're still pretty young, and you have a business and it's growing and things are good. So how do you remain humble?
I think remaining humble is just just knowing where you are, because I mean I'm still grinding 40 hours a week at a regular job as well. I'm actually an events manager for a local winery around here, and remaining humble is not being able to devote my time right now to all of this, and kind of keeps me in check, kind of keeps me where I'm at, and just the people around me as well.
All right, cool. So do you collect anything for fun?
It's kind of funny. The brand kind of revolves around that. Myself as well as my partner, we're hoarders in terms of antiques.
Okay.
So local Frederick antiques is hands down what I collect.
So as far as antiques, and this is the last question, as far as antiques, what's the oldest antique that you have?
Man, some of it's actually in our shop right now. It's actually right behind us. So this is pretty dope. These two things right here. So this is a match set from Francis Scott Key Hotel.
Okay.
Used to be right next to the Weinberg Center.
Okay.
Another thing is Cooks used to be a company in Frederick. This was actually made right here in Frederick, as you can see on the logo. But this is rat poison.
All right.
This is our security right here for the shop.
Okay, gotcha. So, last question: how can people get a hold of you? And we need you to make it quick.
Yeah, you guys can get a hold of me through fredandco.us. You can also follow us on Instagram at fredandco1745 or my Instagram, fredcochaz.
Okay, how about the address of the store? Actually, no, the phone number of the store.
Phone number of the store is actually just through AJ and I, so feel free to call me on my cell phone anytime you want, 240-405-9333. I'll be able to answer any questions you guys have or just talk shop.
Perfect. ValorLives interview series, episode number 62. Go out there, show some valor. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Talk to you soon.